Hi, and welcome back to C1 Risk Training. Today we're looking at how you select controls that are in scope for audit and or compliance in your GRC library. So as you're beginning the compliance process, whether you're heading towards audit, some kind of certification, be that ISO 27001, SOC 2, etc., one of the things you want to do in the C1 Risk platform is actually just select the controls that are applicable for you. So of course, with SOC 2, many folks don't do all of the 5 criteria that are available for SOC. The typical one is security, availability, and confidentiality. So you can choose those controls in the C1 Risk platform and just elect to work on the controls that are applicable for you. So let's get into the platform and show you how you do that today. So once you're in your platform, we're going to go to our GRC library and go to that obligation. Today, we're going to work with ISO 27001. So you see, I've set up my ISO dashboard, but it's severely lacking in data right now. So what I want to do is go into my control library, and I'm going to select those controls that are applicable for me. So if you note here, we have an applicability section or column that shows that right now I don't have, if I expand this to my full set of ISO controls, I can see that none of them have been selected. Go down to all of my ISO controls here. So what I'm going to do, if I have a couple of different options here. I can go through one by one. I can do a shift select if I want to do multiples one by one. So I'm holding the shift key down and I'm just selecting these. I can jump if I want to. It will group all of these. And then I can obviously do these individuals. Then once I've selected all of the ones I want, I can just go to the function buttons in the top right. And note I have the option to change SOA. So I can change this. I can change this to yes. And just now I have the controls that are in scope for my audit. So that's how we select the controls that are applicable. Now, of course, for ISO, one of the things that we also have to do is identify controls that are not applicable. And similarly, this is what we do this the same way here. So we just select the ones that we want to, and then we can change the SOA again, and note that we have the opportunity to select no. Once we've done that, of course, for ISO, we can go into the control itself where it says no. And then we can add that statement of applicability here. And we do have a separate training for that. So note we have that here. We can change the SOA here. And now we can add our statement of applicability. So the last way I want to show you is if I just go back to the obligation for a moment. Let's say you want to select everything that is in, and just decide that everything's in scope. So say you were doing all 5 criteria for SOC. You don't have to go through and do them one by one like this. We can do this bulk select here. And that will just grab all the controls. So again, I'm just going to open everything out here. I'm going to take this to 200 so I get my full 177. And then I'll just select bulk. Now I can just change the SOA to yes. Once that's done, I can go back to my summary tab. And what that's going to do is just going to take a second because it's doing 177. Now I can go back to my summary tab. I'll just refresh that. Now you see I've got all of my controls linked. It says 100% linked. It says tells me everything that is in scope. And now we begin the compliance process, start adding internal controls and collecting evidence. All right, so that concludes our training for today. Thank you very much.